Howdy heretics, it's getting late, but I thought I'd make you a short video to explain in 3 minutes the complete legal strategy of Watchtower in Norway. Jehovah's Witnesses are no longer a registered religion in Norway because they have changed the legislation, and in order to be a religion you have to respect human rights. If you don't do that, you can still believe, you can preach, you can congregate, but the governing body do not receive cash from the government. So for the rank and file Jehovah's Witnesses, this legal change has no impact on them basically. But for the government, for the governing body, they lose cash. So what is the legal strategy? Explained in 3 minutes. It goes like this. When the government attorney asks, what do you do? What are your actions? How do you put this into practice? Watchtower answer, this is what we believe. This is what we believe. This is our religious belief. And the reason why they do that is because then they can claim that they are persecuted. They can claim that the government made a decision based on the belief system, not on the action. Basically because they refuse to answer the questions. They answer a different question. And I have my own religion. It's called the Shiny Bucket. Almighty Bob tells mankind messages through the bucket, and I'm the prophet. It's my own religion. I made it myself. But imagine if I would do the same. I can do the same. Imagine I get stopped by the police and they ask me a question, why are you speeding? And I answer, I believe that the chariot is moving. And they say, have you been drinking? And I answer, as a follower of Almighty Bob, I believe sobriety is crucial. And they say, is it necessary to risk other people's life? I can say, as a follower of Almighty Bob and the Shiny Bucket, I believe that life is holy. I answer totally different questions, and if I go to jail for drinking and driving fast, I can say I'm persecuted for religious reason. And according to Watchtower logic, I would also be able to witness in court and say that the driver was sober because it's a religious definition of the word sober, and no one can say that I'm lying in court, because when a follower of the Shiny Bucket says sober, he means something else, and that's your problem, not mine. That's the whole strategy. So I made a video and spoke about Jehovah's Witnesses being in the Supreme Court of Norway, and some Jehovah's Witnesses said that this apostate is not an imperfect man who made a mistake. No, he's a liar. And he said Supreme Court instead of the District Court of Oslo. And many Jehovah's Witnesses said that I was a liar, that I was witnessing false and lying. And even some apostate asked me to apologize for saying Norwegian Supreme Court instead of District Court of Oslo. However, as a religious man and a very sincere follower of Almighty Bob and his Shiny Bucket, and I love everything that he revealed to mankind through the Shiny Bucket, I use a religious definition of the word Supreme Court. And you cannot say that Supreme Court means something else than Oslo. According to my religious definition of the word Supreme Court, it could be District Court of Oslo. So I didn't lie, I used a religious definition of a word. And as a follower of Almighty Bob and the Shiny Bucket religion, I can do that. And then Jehovah's Witnesses told me that the Shiny Bucket religion is not a real religion. It's not a real registered religion. Neither is the Jehovah's Witnesses. So, touché, and see you in paradise.